guys?
Now, is that rumor about the $1,000 a stain?
That's
true.
wow.
What's that smell?
Find a fight.
I can't believe what I saw. Look, I'm being gay over here. Locally, I'm really.
What's your thoughts on premarital sex?
Come play with us.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
5,352 feet.
How's your sister?
Cereal champions. Lowest cost.
Fully equipped swimming pool, which we have right here. You can see we have a nice natural side, nice ceramic side to it, and yeah.
Let's go check out the west side of the house.
Glass.
Here we are again, folks. It's another Monday Maniacs from Death Curse Society. I'm Red Crank. That's Galen. Or no, I don't know who that is. Who is that?
It's Cinzia.
Oh,
Morale.
For some reason, that's Zigzag over there, and that's Pays. What is going on, gang?
Wow. Another week. It's a Monday, and of course, would it be a Monday without a brand new challenge from our little video provider here, EV Mukes? Thank you so fucking much, guys. How you guys doing?
Yes. Thanks for nothing, EV Mux. Good God.
Motherfuckers,
I
man.
got all that stuff uploaded, by the way, Crank. It's all good.
Oh.
Okay, even the poster for next week? Okay,
Yes.
cool. All right. Oh, man, yeah. Sorry for the delay, folks. We opened up the studio at about 7:30, Eastern time, and all of our visual elements were just disconnected. So I'm scrambling.
The equivalent of walking on stage for a concert. The band was walking to take the stage, and there's no instruments, no microphone,
They're
no
all
drums,
gone.
no guitar, nothing.
Yeah. So I'm scrambling, hoping these guys show up sometime so I can be like, hey, can you get this? Hey, can you get this? And they show up
could
5
message
minutes
me.
before showtime.
Like I always do. You didn't ever message me.
Oh, no, I didn't message anybody. I was just scrambling, trying to get all this going. So.
Oh, that's fine. Didn't show up early.
We made it.
Well, yep. Now, I think most of it is there. We'll see how the rest of the show goes. But yeah, interesting
it's kind of a
little
mess,
tweak.
But Morgan Crypt, you guys, the only ad in the corner for now. I'll fix that, obviously. But just
Tonight,
on the fly, I couldn't do much about that.
Right.
But yes,
Morgan Crypt Horror Fest, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Atlanta Casino, September 27th, 28th, and 29th, 2027. 2027. And
Cannot wait to get down.
not 1 month, but 13 months from now.
Yes, exclusivity, and we'll have some guest announcements over the next 13 months. It's going to be swell. And, of course, we return to dominate the game show circuit and bring it back from the dead. 'Cause it's
New
been
and
too long.
improved, hopefully by then.
It will be. Sweet.
One way or the other.
If it works, it's fucking sweet.
Yep.
Great.
Finally got some stuff up on the wall. Not a whole lot. I got my
Hell
Danielle
yeah.
photo from Rick down there, of course. And that's because I work on this side. So that's perfect. Inspiration right there in my face. Of course, my Angelo Friday the 13th painting. And then another one from Rick, the Shelley Duvall autograph back there. So thank you, Rick, at the Whole Damn Enchilada Pod. I think he's watching a mystery movie tonight, so
Yeah.
whatever.
I'll be
We'll get
catching
to
up
him
with
later.
We're going to get down to Cincinnati September 22nd, I think it is. And they're showing House by the Cemetery.
Oh, that's right.
And the annoying little Bob guy is going to be there, the guy that played Bob, for a Q&A. So I will try to get this recorded if possible, the Q&A part.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
We'll get it to you guys, Alex. I'm looking forward to it. I have questions, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
And give Rick a camera too, so we can still get the multi-angle going.
Yep. And FaZe, you're invited if you'd like to join me. I bought a whole bunch of tickets, so they were only like $14, man. It's crazy.
And where is this?
Yeah, Cincinnati. It's a one and done.
We'll see.
Heading out, coming back, same night.
Yeah, we'll see about all that.
All right, just saying, you're invited, sir. I know Crank's not going to come from Oklahoma for that, but
Not for one movie, no.
right. And it's just
Right,
it's
right.
a 2-hour gig, and we're out. You know, and
If it was the same weekend as maybe Horror Hound, I might consider it, but. All right, let's see who's in the room. We got, that's a new one. Pea Soup, No Soul, I think is our first
Yeah.
commenter.
you win.
Oh, is that that might be Miss Grizzly. I can't tell.
Yeah, it looks.
think?
It could be.
But yeah, you're the first commenter of the show. Thanks for tuning in, whoever you are. If you are new, let us know. BK's in the house. The Twisted Twins have arrived. Of course, Grizzly himself with the woo fish
Whoa, that's split.
and more.
Oh.
He had to throw
Yeah.
some more woo fish at us.
Yeah, it's that big of a show. It's that big of a show tonight, folks.
That's the one
Oh.
good thing we get out of VV Bucks is the fucking woo fish.
Right. We got Grandma Sue in the house. We got Gina in here. We got Eileen back from the dead. She promises she
Not
won't
dead.
eat your brains. I hope you're doing well. I've been trying to follow your situation.
Holy Christ.
And good God, girl.
Yeah, best regards. Best wishes.
Get healthy. Get healthy, for sure. There's Rick from the Whole Damn Enchilada Pod. He's checking out the mystery movie It Ends. And
at the end of.
Oh.
Is that what he means?
that's what it's called. It Ends. So we got Bill here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, and Paula says that's her. Happy birthday, by the way, Paula. And Eileen says she's okay. She's getting there. All right. Excellent.
Great.
Right. Well, that's good.
Glad to hear it. Let's just move on into, you guys take this away. Hopefully this works.
Oh Christ! Here we go.
I think it's working, yeah. Special thanks to our final girls and guys. I stuttered a little too early. C-Phase, Muffinator, and Tyrone.
The Crazy Ralphs, Bell's Fancy Creations, Dr. Smiley, Grizz and Paula, Luke, Morgan Crypt Horror, Joshua, Raymond, Allen, Twisted Twinning, and the Whole Damn Enchilada Pod.
And our camp counselors, Adam, Christy, Lou, S. Michael, me and Rachel, Stacy, Orlando, Angie, Chuck Shit, Dave, Carl, Patricia, Kristen, JJ, and Nanook.
On my shit tonight.
Sorry, I'm usually more... I'm usually better at that. Let's see. Do we have the golf clap? We have the golf clap, guys.
Oh, it
No.
is?
Is it working? Oh, no, we don't have the golf clap. It's just telling me we do.
We
What
do
a
not have the
tease.
golf clap. I told you we have no video elements.
Ah. I was hoping that would slip by, but yeah, it makes
no.
no sense.
It did
Audible
not.
applause only. Sorry.
Well, folks, we love you. Thank you. You want to become a member over to Death Curse Society?
Is his shit fucking up, man? Yeah.
Chop,
Pick a
chop,
tier
chop,
that
chop,
works
chop,
for
chop.
you.
All right. If you would like
Do
to
it.
become a
Hold on.
member of
Great.
Rescue Society, this is what you have to do. Go to the website, find the tier that fits for you, and hopefully you won't get sent into the Matrix like FaZe just did. And you pay the level you can, and you'll help us out, and FaZe will come out like Neo and say, thank you, God damn it, thank you.
Healing.
If you do get sent into the Matrix, we have like a support line on the website. Just let us know there, and we'll help you out.
Yeah, you were like going, zip, 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 ah.
Damn it, we didn't even do the golf. Maybe me trying to click on it fucked me up.
Yeah. It knew.
I don't have my notes. I gotta get my notes.
The notes.
Stall for a minute.
I can, yeah,
All
I went
right,
to the dentist today, and
yeah, how'd that go?
yep, I got to have a couple more ripped out, and it's these particular teeth I have to have taken out. They have to put in like some kind of spacer and then sew a membrane over it for a month, and then cut that out, like after a whole month. So this is gonna suck for a while.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah. So that's my good news of the day. You know, they were like,
So,
"Oh, yeah,
folks, the lesson here is take good care of your teeth, and hopefully you don't have to deal with this anyway. Because honestly, it's part of it. Teeth are pretty fragile. You're kind of
Dude.
gambling either way.
they were
Take
already
good care of those
filled.
teeth.
They were filled when I was young, and it just he said, I'm going to try to save him, man. I think I can." And then once we did X-rays, he went, "Dude, there's just not enough tooth left." He goes, "By the
Damn,
time
that
we start
sucks,
digging,
man.
that's it." You know, I was like, "All right." He goes, "And if we crown it, they're brittle. You know, they'll break like nothing." So,
Well, I'm
yeah.
sorry to hear that, brother.
How
Hopefully.
about your week, FaZe?
I don't know. Pretty uneventful. Still looking for a job, but I'm doing fine. You know that whole shtick. I'm doing good.
Well, one day we will pay you exactly what you're worth, because you're worth every penny.
Yeah, one day this will make money. We'll see.
Yes.
That would be awesome, man.
25% of
dream.
nothing.
Y'all good there, Crank?
Ready to go. All right. Gang, tonight we are going to be reviewing the movie The End of Oak Street. Oh, wait, there we go.
Oh, is that working? Okay.
There it goes. All right. The End of Oak Street from writer-director David Robert Mitchell. Mitchell goes from It Follows to an $80 million dinosaur movie that feels like somebody threw Jurassic Park, E.T., Poltergeist, The Twilight Zone, and dysfunctional family drama into a blender. So I'm actually kind of curious to get into this because, well, we can't really get into it yet. But I'm interested to get into this, that's for sure. So for those of you that don't know, did not get to see the movie or anything like that, The End of Oak Street is the new sci-fi survival thriller from It Follows writer-director David Robert Mitchell, like I just mentioned, starring Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor as a married couple raising their two kids in an ordinary suburban neighborhood in 1982. Their family already has plenty of problems before strange lights, bizarre plants, and unexplained events start happening around Oak Street. Eventually, the Platts discover that something absolutely impossible has happened to their neighborhood, and staying together may be their only chance of surviving it. And yes, there are dinosaurs. Lots of fucking dinosaurs. So, I don't have the...
Oh, the no
chapters?
checklist tonight?
I've got the checklist. I'm just hoping this works.
Oh, the chapters? Oh no, do we not have those?
The chapters do not work.
Crap.
So-
Well, we
Just
know
keep
what
reading,
they
bro.
are.
You got your own.
Yeah.
don't you? Yeah.
I got my own.
Okay.
But,
Boy, that's gonna make my job hard later.
yep. You might just start
Fuck.
writing. You might just start writing down timestamps now.
Dude, you're right. You're totally right.
You can get it up at the top where it says
Yep.
the broadcast timer. You got it? All right. All right. So we're going to start with anticipation and marketing. So, man, there's a little backstory to this, too, because this movie had a weird road to the theaters. For those of you that don't know, and I'm not sure if these guys really know, but it was in our calendar, this movie, for quite a while, known as Flowervale Street. Do you guys remember any of that?
Oh,
I remember seeing it on there, and then all of a sudden,
Huh?
you know, we saw this one, and it was like, oh,
Yeah, this was the new title that took it over, but the actual story was being kept unusually secret. The movie was originally scheduled for much earlier, first like May 2025, and then March 2026, and then finally landing this last weekend on August 14th. The official title, The End of Oak Street, was finally revealed with the teaser campaign in March. And then the marketing kind of leaned pretty heavy into an absurdly simple hook. Anne Hathaway, Ewan McGregor, suburban America, dinosaurs.
Michigan.
And Michigan, yeah. Now, critics have repeatedly pointed out that the movie's obvious Spielberg DNA is in this, particularly E.T., Close Encounters, Jurassic Park, obviously. Some coverage has also questioned whether Warner Brothers pushed the film hard enough, given that it was an expensive, original summer movie. And there were also rumors early on that this film was part of the Cloverfield universe because of J.J. Abrams' involvement, but those rumors turned out not to be true, and even Anne Hathaway has come out in an interview since and been like, we hope you don't hold that against us or the movie.
Yeah,
because we never said that.
Yeah.
You guys said that. And I think what she means is you assholes said that, not us, but, you know.
He was like,
other
don't get
people.
mad if that's not connected. That's
Right.
straight up.
Right. And I thought that was pretty, you know, pretty fun way to play it, you know, because they don't have any control what, you know, the internet rumors start. So,
That's very true.
Ziggy, what do you think of the marketing and anticipation for this? Were you ready for this?
I'd like the star power with it. Anne Hathaway is, last time she was in a movie probably made for me was the Dark Knight Returns, right? Or the Dark Knight, whatever, the one with Catwoman. She was Catwoman in it. You know, because Devil Wears Prada, not really my thing. You know,
Actually, you know what?
I
It's
know
not bad.
it's not
I watched
bad.
them both. It's not bad, dude.
Characters are really, the stereotypes are perfect. I get it. You know, I mean, and they do great in there, and it fits. It fits.
Yeah.
So I understand. But here, yeah, this is a different kind of role. I was like, all right, cool. You know, we've seen McGregor. Come on, man. He's been the heroin addict to the Jedi Master. He can do it all, clearly.
He can do anything.
Yep. So, yeah, I was looking, like, that's cool. And then didn't show too much. You got to see a tail here and there and a shadow in the trailers. Cool. That's how you do it. So, yes, I was like, this could be good.
All right. What about you, FaZe? Did the trailers get you ramped up for this, or did you think,
You know, I don't really remember seeing. I remember seeing a trailer for this once before something very recent. I want to say it was a couple weeks ago, whatever we saw then. And I don't really remember it so much. So the trailers weren't really memorable to me. And I would have to agree with what you said earlier, like that some people are maybe thinking that this didn't have enough press for how expensive it was, and I might have to agree. I feel like I should have known more about this.
Well, dude, I feel like it had a lot working against it. Not only the fact that it got delayed over a year, you know,
Sure.
from its original release, was teased as a different name for a while. You know, and now, granted, that kind of information isn't necessarily broadcast heavily, so, you know, that's only for the hardcore fans like us that are just like, ooh, Flower Mill Street, that sounds interesting. What is it? What is it? No, we don't know anything about it. You know, so those two things were against it. And then, Jesus Christ, look at the goddamn box office right now. You got the Odyssey still in theaters. You got Spider-Man still in theaters. You got some new kitty movie that's in theaters right now. I can't remember what it's called, but Paw Patrol
The
or
Paw
something.
Patrol, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a big title for kids, man. They
Yes.
don't fuck with their pop. That makes money.
Paw
So-
Patrol,
That's where the
Paw
fucking money's
Patrol,
at.
Always
So-
on guard.
So
See,
I
Ziggy
feel
knows
like
it.
I feel like Warner Brothers completely fucked this movie because of when they decided to drop it. A week
Yeah.
after Spider-Man? Suck my dick.
Yeah, that's
You gotta
good,
know the
man.
Marvel fallout, man, is gonna definitely, especially with any Spider-Man movie, is gonna have a solid 3 weeks, no matter what, how bad
Yes.
it is or good it is.
Dude, that
Automatic.
pisses me off a lot about because you know, okay, it's an original film too. You know, it's not a sequel, it's not a prequel, it's not a remake, it's not some existing IP that we all have just been beat over the head with, and they fucking bury it. That irritates the shit out of me.
The
So
studio, yeah, your studio did not believe in this film. Clearly, the way it was treated, because to me, they were thinking beyond this movie with these people. So that's just me. We'll get to that, of course. But
Yeah.
I think they wasted an opportunity here to make this. This could have
Yes.
been a tentpole. This easily could have
Yeah.
been a tentpole movie.
Easy.
I thought the trailer for this was pretty damn solid. Obviously, like you said, the star power is behind it. I would watch Anne Hathaway read the phone book. For those of you that don't understand what a phone book is, because they haven't really existed in 10 years.
God, have they been phased out now? I guess that makes sense, but damn, it sucks. Is there like a Yellow Pages website at least? Like,
There's, I
There
mean,
used
they
to be.
still make them, but
Huh.
they don't print nearly as many as they used to.
And dude, it was gainful
kind of a waste of
employment for
paper.
about a month and a half. People would have to deliver those fucking things door to door.
Right. Right. Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. So, but I would watch her read the goddamn phone book, like, and be entertained. I've liked her in every single thing I've seen her in, and she's in like 4 movies this year, I think, between Odyssey, Devil Wears Prada, this, and Mother Mary, and all fucking solid, if not one of the best movies of the goddamn year in general, you know? With the Odyssey, of course. Devil Wears Prada 2.
I heard that was
Yeah.
good, but I missed it.
The Odyssey?
Well, both, but Devil Wears Prada
Oh,
I was
okay.
talking about. The Odyssey, I'm sure, is great.
Yeah, the Odyssey is awesome. And Devil Wears Prada, I watched them both when this new one came out in the theater. I had never seen the first one. I enjoyed it. It's not necessarily my cup of tea. I'm not going to watch it every month or every 4 months or anything like that. But if anybody's ever over and they're just like, hey, do you want to watch The Devil Wears Prada? I'm not going to object. So, now, let me ask you guys this. Were you expecting something closer to It Follows since David Robert Mitchell was directing this, or did you have any idea that he was even directing it? I'll start with FaZe because I probably already know the answer.
Yeah, see, I am the famously blissfully unaware. I'd say ignorance is bliss, but that's not really the case with me here. It's more just I do this on a weekly basis. I found out he directed this a week ago when I wrote it down in the banner for last week's, what we're doing next week banner. And
Right.
I looked him up, and I still like, okay, I recognize one thing this guy's done, and it was what It Follows.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that
it's
was
like,
that's
okay.
his big movie. Yeah,
That's the one thing I knew on his list. So I'm like, okay, pretty, fresh face, at least for me. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm always down for something fresh, different. It's not just another Jason Blum, another, I can't think of his name right now. He does everything.
Flanagan.
Well,
Don't
it's
you
him.
not-
Oh, Wan, James Wan.
Oh,
I was
James
thinking
Wan.
James Wan, but yeah, Flanagan. But yeah, just he's not one of the bigs. Just these names that you're seeing all the time. So I was kind of looking forward to something different based off of that.
What about you, Ziggy? Did you know about the connection to It Follows with the director, or
Well, once
didn't care?
I saw who the name was, and I backed it up, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's where I saw that before. And yeah, It Follows is what everyone turns to, which I liked a lot of that, but I remember not liking like the third act of It Follows and stuff. And is he behind the sequel that's coming? Is he written and directed this one too? They Follow that's coming.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So, all right. It makes sense. So yeah, I knew who he was, so I was I was thinking cool that this could be good, but I didn't expect it to be. I did think it was going to be something different. Just by the way the trailer looked, it didn't look like It Follows to me that way. And
Yeah,
shit,
no.
dude, I mean, this thing had. I mean, outside of the tense moments in it, and they really put your ass out there amongst these dinosaurs in a way I've never really seen before. I liked it that way. What he did here with these.
I really didn't think it was going to be anything like it, and that's another thing. Let me rephrase that. I didn't think the end of Oak Street was going to be anything like It Follows, and that's what made me look forward to this even more, because I mean, I love It Follows. I think it's a great movie, but how are you going to put that kind of weird storytelling and kind of socially conscious thing in a fucking dinosaur movie? How are you going to do that? You're not going to do that. So I don't think you're going to do that anyways.
In only an hour and 40 something too,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hold on. There was a couple of comments I saw on.
The comments exploded.
Yep. Rachel says, I don't watch a lot of horror at all compared to you guys or other viewers for sure. But I did see a lot of trailers and hype about this movie. Maybe it's just my algorithm and Anne Hathaway, or it was pushed out more than other horror movies. I don't know. Did the rest of you guys see a lot of trailers for this? Just curious in the comments. Let us know. I'm curious.
Yeah, let us know.
I didn't, just because I'm not clicking on Anne Hathaway content though either. So.
Oh, I will. Oh, I do. I click on a lot of Anne Hathaway content.
Jesus Christ,
I don't think
Craig.
they filmed it here.
BD wants to know, did they film it here, or is it the fake Hollywood Detroit? It's actually the Down Under Detroit. It's Australia, I think, is where they filmed it.
I'll check it.
Yeah. And Tarek, I knew he would be here for this review. Anne Hathaway is a goddess, agreed. All of Genovia and their queen, Julie Andrews, agreed. So, yeah. All right.
Okay. Primarily
Grizzly,
filmed in
but-
Atlanta, Georgia, with stage work at Electric Owl Studios near Decatur, alongside supplementary shooting in London, England.
So it takes place in Detroit by script only.
Yes, only by script.
But you may be looking at some incorrect stuff, because the end of the credits literally just said filmed in Australia.
Did it really?
Southwest Atlanta neighborhoods. It doesn't say anything about Australia here. Electric Owl Studios, are they in Australia? It's a soundstage.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It says London, England, used for sequence photography.
I don't know. All right. Next up, since we don't have chapters, Phase, Market.
Yep.
All right. Initial thoughts walking out. Phase, what'd you think?
I
Uh-oh.
it's so funny because I wanted. Okay, I'm good. I wanted this to be good, and I walked out a little disappointed, man. Just didn't quite do it. And I don't want to share my thoughts too much without spoiling stuff, but I will say the beginning, I was just in love with this thing, ready to give this thing a fucking 9. But the ending just kind of, well, not so much the ending, but where this movie ended up focusing in the end, which is where I didn't expect it to, I guess, and not where I wanted it to. I don't know. So I guess that's my spoiler-free answer for now. Is it disappointed me? I'll go into more when we actually review it.
Interesting. Ziggy, what about you? Initial thoughts.
It's funny. I'm kind of on simpatico with Phase here. I really like this movie a lot, man. It's like it's so tense, dude. Like, and the way it just kind of it slowly ramps up to like terrifying at times, you know, with dinosaurs. It's great the way they did it. It is CGI, of course. Dinosaurs don't exist, you know, and the practical effects bill on this movie would have been another $100 million for fuck's sake, using so many. But these dinosaurs just want to rip you to pieces, every one of them, even the little ones, and it's very cool and it makes it scary. So I mean that part is excellent, but there is a heavy, you know, a couple breaking up, you know, with kids trying to keep it together by any means necessary, and I do think there was a moment picked where someone had had enough and they decided that was the time to air their grievances, you know, why this is all going on, you know. So that part kind of made me go, that's dumb, you know, that would never happen, you know. So, but other than that, I was pretty kind of like, yeah, man, you know, kind of at the same score I was when I walked out. I did like it, though. I think this was a good movie, and probably, yeah, based on the size and the scope of it, you might want to see it in a theater just to get that rumbling effect, because that is fucking cool.
Yeah, and you can see it in IMAX. It's got an IMAX release, so that would have been cool. I did not, but I kind of wish I would have.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So, all right, my initial thoughts was after Ice Cream Man last week.
Yeah.
This was another movie where I could just turn the brain off and enjoy the ride without having to get too analytical. And for me, that worked. Not to mention, like I mentioned, I'll watch just about anything with Anne Hathaway.
You turn your brain on, but you turn your dick on. I see.
Damn right. Well, that's how that works. Only one can run at the same time.
That's how it always works. With
actual audio of Crank's dick. When Anne Hathaway shows up.
When Anne Hathaway shows up, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, that's terrible.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Wino.
And now, yeah, thank you, Wino. And now, the movie started out very Spielberg-esque, which I enjoyed. You only saw glimpses of the creature for about the first half of the film, and it really worked for this. Now, although the storyline was pretty basic and a little cliche, the acting sold me on the characters, and putting them in such a ridiculous premise made me forget any overdone tropes and, like I said, enjoy the ride. This is not a movie for hardcore horror fans, but it is a fun popcorn movie, and maybe we need more of those in times like these. So, I dug this, man.
Well, I think the cool part of the plot was the reason it was happening.
Yeah.
That was neat. You know, I mean, that's never really been done before. That's what made this really original, you know, and just to pick that, because honestly, you could have brought knights from the Dark Ages and stuff, and same kind of thing. Anything could happen here. It'd be really cool.
Well, and if this spurs on some kind of series or sequel,
yeah,
you could get anything.
Yep.
You could get kind of Army of Darkness kind of shit going on in 1994.
Yeah, right.
You know. Put it in Colorado Springs or something in 1994 and watch all those soon-to-be hippies just lose their fucking mind. You know?
Cool sword, man.
Anything else to add on initial thoughts before we dive into the big enchilada of Act 1?
It's, you know, like I said, I mean, I think it was a little bit of a stumble there but then there were things as it was winding down, I was going, man, they left a bunch of shit wide. What the fuck, you know? But they do come back and kind of nail a few things at the very, very end. It kind of saves it a bit. It's solid, man. It is a solid watch. And like I said, we're going to tell you all about it right now.
Yes.
I do want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
That my issues with this movie really are entirely personal. Because, I mean, as you guys will see, I don't love romance in films. So that's where this film falls off for me. I'll just leave it at that. And Crank's already like, yep, god damn it, I already knew it.
Phase with his downward look on romance and anything.
I'll talk
cannot-
about it later because this
Dude,
is a
I
different
cannot
one.
wait till you fall in love. Once. I want to be around when it happens. Once.
You pretend
Love.
like I never had, but we're not
Well, I
talking
don't
about
know. I don't know if you have.
that.
I don't know. You briefly talked about some stuff, but I don't know.
I've never
I wasn't
fallen in love
around.
in a movie sense where I'm kissing somebody in front of a fucking sunset, marrying them, or fucking driving off in a flying car like Grease. No, I've never had a romance like that.
With
So-
dinosaurs in the background.
with dinosaurs in the background.
Doing a do-si-do
Oh my god.
in a tutu.
Jesus Christ. Oh, dude. And you know what? You know what pisses me off even more? That Colonel's not here for this review?
Yes,
Because I absolutely was going to ask him what his favorite fucking dinosaur was.
Aw,
Oh.
they were
damn
all
it.
here, man.
And he's not here. And it pisses
He
me
wanted
off.
to be here.
I was thinking about his opinion on how they shot 1982.
Yeah.
Because as somebody that lives in Detroit, when they started referencing like the base Tiger games were on the radio quite a bit, and those players were actually there. Although my brother will dispute it. He said, "Nope, Lance Parrish was not catching at that time." I was like, "That other guy was injured. You know, he could have been in the game that particular game." He's like, "Maybe." So, but he was on the team. You know, the guy. You know, it was like, you know. So we were checking details, but I don't know. I'll speak for Colonel. I thought the shirts the kids were wearing when they were riding their bikes around, that's how we wore them, dude. All of them were represented. I had at least 2 of those fucking shirts.
Hold on. This is a great comment. BD says, if it took place in 1982 Detroit, it was on fire and bullets were flying. Dinosaurs would have been a minor inconvenience. That was one of the things I said to the person I watched this with. I was just like, this does not look like anything like what I figured Detroit would look like in the 80s. But
It wasn't. I mean, like anywhere. There's just places you don't go. That's all.
yeah. But that's funny because I thought the same thing, BD. I'm right there with you. All right, Act 1. Here we go, folks. Phase, mark it.
Yep, I got it. Thank you, though.
I'm gonna try to remind you.
I do appreciate that because I will forget at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Get pissed.
Yep. All right, the movie opens in 1982 in the quiet neighborhood of Flowervale, where everybody is gathered for a block party on Oak Street. This is where we meet the Platt family, Denise and Greg, their kids Audrey and Brian, and their dog Starbuck. Things aren't exactly perfect at home. Audrey and Brian have noticed that their parents have been fighting a lot. Greg delivers pizzas for extra money and seems convinced that Denise is embarrassed by him, while Denise is trying to finish a manuscript and dreams of becoming a published novelist. She talks about her writing with their elderly neighbor, Mrs. Huddleston, and while she's over there, Denise helps her pull a strange plant out of the yard that neither of them recognize. Brian has his own problems. He and his friends are trying to avoid the older brother of a kid whose arm Brian accidentally broke. While they're wandering around the neighborhood, they also notice a new girl named Jeanette, who recently came back after attending private school. That night, things start getting weird. A bright flash of light appears outside, and Starbuck starts barking at it. Brian goes outside with the dog to investigate, but there's nothing there. The next morning, their obnoxious neighbor Mel comes over angry about what he thinks is some kind of prank. Greg goes outside and discovers an absolutely enormous pile of shit in Mel's backyard. Mel assumes the kids did it, and while Greg insists his children wouldn't pull something like that, and honestly, how could they? That was a lot of shit. He reluctantly agrees to help clean it up. Meanwhile, Denise is still curious about the strange plant from Mrs. Huddleston's yard, so she goes to the library trying to identify it. Then, another storm rolls through that night. This time, the bright light comes back, the power goes out, and the Platt's basement, where Denise has been secretly working on her book, begins flooding. While the family is trying to deal with everything, they hear someone screaming outside. Greg goes to investigate but doesn't find anything. By morning, Starbuck is missing. Greg and Denise head through the neighborhood looking for him while Audrey and Brian stay behind. From the roof, Audrey watches a cat wandering outside before suddenly hearing something attack it. She runs into Brian's room and the two of them see a huge tail disappear into the bushes. At the same time, Denise goes to check on Mrs. Huddleston. She finds her dead inside the house with her throat ripped apart and bloody animal tracks nearby. Denise grabs Mrs. Huddleston's rifle and heads into the backyard where she realizes the strange plant wasn't some isolated weed anymore. The backyard is now covered in prehistoric vegetation. Greg finally sees what's been stalking the neighborhood when a theropod moves through the backyards. He tries to hide, but it spots him and gives chase. Greg barely stays ahead of it until Denise arrives and shoots the dinosaur. And that's when everything goes completely apeshit. More dinosaurs begin pouring into the neighborhood and attacking the residents. Greg and Denise race back home, grab Audrey and Brian, and pile everyone into the car. They think they're getting the hell out of Oak Street, but when they reach the edge, the neighborhood, they realize there is nowhere to go. Oak Street hasn't been invaded by dinosaurs. Oak Street itself has somehow been transported into a prehistoric world. Their normal suburban neighborhood is now surrounded by wilderness, filled with dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures. With no way out, the Platts retreat back to their house and start boarding everything up. All right, end of Act 1. So, I loved this part of the movie, but how did you feel about how long the movie waited before fully revealing any dinosaur whatsoever? Ziggy, Spielberg-like? Absolutely. And I thought it was great.
Yeah, I mean, cliche, as you said earlier. Oh, yeah. But I mean, listen, if you're going to do it, you better fucking do it the best you possibly can. And I think they did. Yeah.
It's the Jaws effect, the Bruce effect from Jaws. You didn't see Bruce until the last 30 minutes of the movie.
Nope. And you get a tail here, a shadow here, a footprint here, a pile of shit here. And it's cool, and while they're looking for this fucking dog, they just keep missing them, and you'll see it walk behind a house, and then here comes the stars walking the other way, just missing it, and they do this quite a bit. It's very effective.
Since you brought it up, did the giant pile of shit just work as foreshadowing?
Of course, but very funny, and then the way the kids were laughing and shit, and the guy wants to laugh. You can tell he's dying, going, oh.
The dad, yeah. The dad wanted to laugh so bad, but he was just like, we piss this guy off for no reason all the time. Why make it worse?
He's just like, oh, really funny, Brian. Very funny. He's like, what? What are you talking about, man?
What about you, FaZe? Did you like the slow build to before you saw a dinosaur?
Dude, this Act 1 was FaZe as fuck. Up to this point, this movie was a fucking 9.5, working its way well up to a 10. I mean, you had mystery, you had sci-fi elements, alien elements, potentially. Fucking that fucking plant. That is the moment where my ears perked up and I was just completely hooked and ready to see where this was fucking going. Yeah, I was in love with this.
Nice.
Just, the slow build was fine. It's like, keep it coming. Oh, I loved the slow build, actually. It teased me. The perfect. Oh, it's his face as fuck, brother. I'll tell you what.
Snap.
It's like the first fucking 30 minutes of Alien, where you're getting, you don't see the xenomorph for a fucking while, but you're getting bits, and then boom, chest burst, and then boom, oh, then the shit really hits the fan. Oh man, it's a lot like that, man. Where it hits that chord for me. I fucking loved Act 1 of this movie.
So, did you, since you hate love, did you enjoy the character setup and the family dynamic as it was shown to the audience?
I mean,
and I'm joking with you about hating love. Just you hate love in movies.
No, so I understand, and I'm very critical. There are some very, very few examples of ones that I'm okay with, but
we're gonna talk about those someday.
I thought it was going in a different direction because this was a couple that was clearly should have been divorced a decade ago. Fuck the kids; they would have been better off y'all separated.
Well, but hold on though. It was 1982.
I know
Divorce
that was
wasn't all
definitely
that
not.
common back then.
Look, they're coming from a
Just
perspective
starting.
of somebody who had separated parents who did it mainly for the kids. Yeah, of course that's going to be my fucking perspective. That's the smart thing to do. But in the
Fair enough.
80s, where your Christian parents are shunning you for even thinking about doing a divorce, sure, I get it. But these are
Yeah.
different times, homie.
You became a
Divorce
pariah.
that motherfucker. That woman should have left him so long ago. Taking the kids with her, fuck him.
But she had an out, though. She had her writing out that kept her. That was just enough to keep her there, to keep it together. So,
Right, it kept
Keep her,
her sane.
keep her
you know?
sane. Yep.
It gave her an outlet. It gave her an
however,
outlet to...
her time to finally explode couldn't have been at a worse time.
Right.
Okay, besides that, Ziggy, did you like the character set up at the beginning in Act 1?
Absolutely, it's very believable, and you can relate to this guy, man. This is John Everyman doing what he has to do to get food on the table, man. I respect, that's what
Oh.
it should be, and it's stressful and horrible.
Yeah, and he's got a secret that we'll get into here in a minute, but
Yeah.
or in a little bit, but you could also relate to Anne Hathaway too, and as a creative.
Of course, I totally. I felt like that's the kind of the thread after it got flooded.
Oh, dude.
And again, an alligator attack coming out of that water was sorely missed. It should have happened after they just showed us the alligator coming out of the pool.
Yeah.
They should have did
It was
this.
weird.
But, I thought that she was going to go down and try to recover that stuff, and get that out of there somehow. I thought that was inevitable, but no. But
Just
I mean,
the heartbreak in her body language though when she opened the door and
Yes.
saw the water all the way up. Dude,
kinda
I've been there.
motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
That was the motherfucker. And
Yeah.
she goes later on. It comes back at least, so that was cool. I did with okay, we went at least revisit this. I mean, because damn, that's very important to who she is in this.
Yeah. I definitely felt that part when Anne Hathaway opened the basement door. That
Especially
because I've been there where like a hard drive failed or something years ago and lose 10 or 5 years of writing or whatever.
Oh, I've lost some pictures, which would rather
some
not
IDs,
lose.
good IDs. Keith David, who doesn't do fucking IDs,
Oof.
Yeah.
and then the thing corrupted on us.
Yeah. And I remember my parents, I don't know which one, but threw away like a ton of notebooks that I had filled up with stories when I was a kid
Oh.
and just shoved in a box. And some of those stories, even though they were kiddie stories, I've tried
Probably
to
something
like,
in there.
yeah, I've tried to pull some just from memory and do something with, but yeah, I had written an entire novel in spiral notebooks.
Wow.
Like when I was in middle school, and it was like 15 or 20 of those fucking spiral notebooks just rubber banded together and gone.
So not cool.
That was probably the first time I ever experienced just like creative loss, like like that hurt. So, but when that's what I felt when she opened the door. So, I thought all the characters were relatable, whether you're an adult or even a kid relating to the kids. And that opening, that first act also, I thought was 1982. Like, almost perfectly, dude. And did you know it was 1982? Because they never really said it. I'll tell you the point that it got me. Ziggy?
The cars, they were kind of older,
Right.
first of all, but then
I'm always looking at the cars.
I started seeing like products and stuff, and then and then of course the radio. There was songs, and then the Tiger game.
What song was it?
I don't remember.
Steve Winwood, Valerie. That told me immediately. 1982.
I'm more like once I heard the Tigers game, because it was like, holy fuck, but it wasn't. I don't think it was Ernie Harwell, which it should have been, back
Wow.
then. But I'll have to
Well,
watch
then-
again. It might have been. I'll have to make sure.
My friend said she knew that it was 1982 because when they panned behind one of the car, they showed the license plate and it said 82 on the sticker. I was like,
Oh,
well,
there
shit,
you go.
I missed that.
Yeah.
That's a giveaway.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This definitely felt. I mean, the lack of people on cell phones is a big tell of is this, does this take place before 2010?
Right.
But
Right.
besides that, I mean, yeah, I like looking at the cars. That's a big tell for me. The radio, that's interesting. I don't know when songs really came out, so I can't really do that.
I remember that song.
The
Yeah, we
license
were
plate
there.
though isn't interesting.
We were fucking
Yeah.
there. I was 11.
My mom and I would sing that song, belting it out at the top of our lungs in the car whenever we would drive, like to the store or whatever. Oh,
That's
that was one of the few. That was one of those few songs that would hit the radio, and my mom would immediately reach down and be like, "Valerie." Oh, it was great. It was great. That was a good
Yeah.
memory for me too. So
Actual audio of Frank's 1982 car.
You
Sorry.
love that.
my mom did not drink wine when she was driving.
That's true. Yep. But it's still when they're out their bikes, they're riding their bikes around, dude. I mean, almost it gets a stand by me vibe a bit. That's
Sure.
this was real, dude. This is what we did back then. So much like Black Phone, I was digging it. I was digging the throwback.
Yeah. I was, before that song came on, I was stuck between like 78, 79, maybe 83. But that one I was like, there we go. 1982. All right. Phase, market. We're moving on to Act 2.
Okay.
Unless you guys have anything else to add.
I think I'm good.
All right. All right. Act 2. Away we go. Back inside the house, the family starts trying to figure out exactly what happened. Audrey is the science nerd of the family and has a fascination with Carl Sagan's space and wormholes. So she comes up with the theory. Yeah, how convenient. So she comes up with the theory that some kind of wormhole transported Oak Street through time. Greg doesn't really have an answer, but he tries to convince everyone that they'll be okay. That optimism doesn't last very long. Later that night, Mel decides he's going to fight back against the creatures himself. He gets onto his roof and starts firing at a group of pterosaurs. They immediately swarm him and tear him apart. While all of this is happening outside, the problems between Greg and Denise finally boil over inside the house. I assume this is where Ziggy has an issue with the plot.
It's like stomping the fucking brakes on everything they built.
Yeah,
I
but
understand it. I get it. You hit your point. That's when it goes. Can't control a bomb. When it hits the fucking wick and it hits the end of the wick, that's when it blows. Hers went off at a terrible, terrible, terrible time. That's all.
But I feel like that's kind of real, man.
I just think dude would have been all, hey, listen, yep, we'll settle all this, but shut the fuck right. There's a pterodactyl. There's a fucking T-Rex right there out the window. Hello?
How many times do you see a couple fight in public? I see it all the damn
It's
time.
been a long time for me.
Well, I go out a little bit more, I guess, than
Well, you're in
you
a
may, but
you're in a bar.
I'm in
setting,
bar.
too,
Yeah. So, I see it all the damn time, and I'm just like, couldn't this be done, when you get home? Leave us all out of it since there's, 50, 60 other people in this same room, and we have to listen to your shit?
A Jurassic attack, dude. I understand you got to let it out, man, but you know what? We're trying to stay alive here. Death.
They were
Make it
inside at the
matter.
time. They had everything boarded up. They thought everything was fine. I thought it was real, dude. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Well, it started with a little bit of like, so you've been drinking? Like that,
Right.
like the typical start of it. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's some fucking dinosaurs trying to kill us. Figured I'd take the edge off, So, yeah, what's the problem? Yeah.
They didn't really lean into his drinking
Honey,
thing,
need you
though.
sober now? Yeah, well, that's when she kind of went, this ain't working, and she went totally
Right.
haywire. And I get it, but and they realize, even though they fucking hate each other and they don't really fucking care anymore, they need to get through
They
this.
need each other.
They
Yeah.
gotta stick together, and then of course, through that.
Well, but it also leads up. There's moments where she's just like, "Can we talk about this?" And he's like, "I don't want to talk about this." Throughout even the first act, kind of leads. There's a couple of moments like that. So it almost feels like she's trying to have that conversation.
Well, he hadn't
Probably
told
even
her,
before the movie started.
but he hadn't told her his secret yet.
Right.
And once he
So-
did that, that's when they started to mend at that point too.
Right. All right. Anyway, let me
Yeah.
move on with
I just feel like I get it, and yes, it absolutely fits. And everybody out there might have no problem at all with this. To me, I would be like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" That's what I would be saying. Okay, because
You want to talk right now?
about this right now. Look, right there. What do you want? Do you want the T-Rex or do you want the Raptor pack out there ready to rip us to pieces, like our goddamn neighbor?
Or do you want to kumbaya this bullshit that we're having problems with right now?
Yeah, man. But again, once we get past that, it picks up again, and it's almost fine. It lands on its feet in the end. You'll be happy to know. I think, at least.
So, Greg admits that he read Denise's manuscript and believes the story is really about her wanting to leave him and the family. Their argument gets so heated that neither of them notices Brian slip outside after seeing Starbuck. Audrey realizes what Brian has done and follows him, but by the time Greg and Denise figure it out, both of their kids are gone somewhere in a neighborhood filled with dinosaurs. Brian ends up running into one of the strangest creatures they've seen yet. A massive worm-like animal roaming through the streets that comes out of like a above-ground pool, which I thought was a very cool scene.
It's like an eel or something.
Yeah. But dinosaurs aren't his only problem. The older brother of the kid Brian accidentally hurt finds him and starts beating him, blaming Brian for what happened. He nearly kills Brian before his younger brother finally begs him to stop. The older kid backs down and admits that he's terrified by everything happening around him. What, Ziggy?
Yeah, and then they run off, and then you'll never see him again. I mean, I would have said, you
Yeah.
know what? I figure these guys. Okay, here's some more dinosaur fodder. At least this guy will get bit in half. We'll get to enjoy that for kicking our hero's ass.
Right. Brian eventually gets away and reunites with Audrey. The two of them then find Jeanette, who has lost her parents during the attacks. Another dinosaur comes after them, and Audrey manages to stab it, saving Jeanette. With nowhere else to go, Jeanette joins the siblings. Meanwhile, Greg and Denise are desperately driving around trying to find their kids. They have to maneuver around groups of dinosaurs and aren't necessarily aggressive before they run into something much worse, a giant Spinosaurus. The Spinosaurus attacks their vehicle and sends it crashing into a house. The crash starts a fire, and Greg and Denise barely escape before finding themselves in the middle of a massive dinosaur stampede. After surviving all of that, they finally stumble across something they didn't think existed anymore. A way home. Inside one of the houses is another glowing wormhole, and on the other side they can see their own time. Greg and Denise could jump through right now and escape everything, but their children are still somewhere out there. They make the decision to leave the wormhole behind and continue searching for Audrey and Brian. And almost immediately after they walk away, the wormhole closes. The following morning, they find the kids taking shelter inside another house, along with Jeanette. The family is reunited, but the fire Greg and Denise accidentally started the night before has now spread across the prehistoric landscape. They can't stay where they are, so everyone continues on foot. That's when another dinosaur finds them. The creature begins chasing the family, and Denise tries to draw it away from the children by firing Mrs. Huddleston's rifle. She gets cornered on a porch and is seconds away from being eaten when Greg charges in with a sledgehammer and knocks the dinosaur down. For 1 second, it looks like Greg has saved her. Then he gets distracted, and the dinosaur attacks him and gruesomely devours Greg right in front of Denise and the children. There's nothing they can do. Denise grabs the kids, and they run. End of Act 2. So... Faze, I'm going to come to you on this one. And this is kind of a two-part question. So,
Sure.
Did Greg and Denise's marriage problems actually add something to the story? And how did you feel about splitting the parents and the kids into separate survival stories moving forward into Act 2?
Sorry, what was the first question?
Did Greg and Denise's marriage problems actually add something to the story? Did the conflict between them work for the further story?
Well, that's kind of where my issue was, is my fascination with the sci-fi aspect of this film, and this perfect diameter being shifted into this prehistoric it's interesting. That was very interesting. But then we're spending all this time dealing with this marriage that should have failed 10 years ago, in my opinion. But again, we're in the 80s, so I guess it is realistic for them to stay together. But still, it's like, see, here's my problem. There are so many fucking post-apocalyptic stories out there that start with a couple that hate each other, and because they're in this post-apocalyptic or some other fucked up scenario, they end up falling back in love with each other because survival brings out the whatever in each other, and apparently that means we love each other again, because that makes sense. It keeps fucking happening. It's such a common trope, and it's like, oh, we're doing this again. Like, I've seen this before, again and again. Of
course
and
we
again
have.
and again. So it's just like, damn it. It's just kind of disappointing, because it's like this could have gone in a cool direction, but instead it just goes in this basic ass direction that everything else has gone in. Like, oh, just a couple getting back together because of a fucking apocalypse. Here we go. As for the kids being separated, I mean, this needed a B plot, and that was fine. They met that other character, and that was pretty cool, So I honestly like their plot much better, because it wasn't all romancy and stupid.
The subtext was.
Well, that's true.
Oh.
The male kid, kind of like the homeschool girl a little bit, right?
No.
Oh, what? You think these were Hansel and Gretel? You think these siblings were fucking? What are we talking about?
No.
No.
It was Gretel and
What are you
Gretel.
talking about?
Gretel and Gretel.
The Audrey was interested in Jeanette.
I forgot about that. Hey,
That
not
was
bad
clear, dude.
that is right. I forgot about this. This takes place in '82, so you don't really expect
What?
that, but
Right, but and it's not out there.
and that's not
Yeah.
Gretel and Gretel. But
I
what a
was not
disturbing
going down the
reference I
Gretel
made
and
there.
Gretel fucking no. If we could crop that out, we would. But
But
I had
no,
to get he didn't understand. I had to make him understand.
well,
that's why she was sitting in the car crying to Valerie on the radio.
that is true. That is true. I guess I don't know. They didn't focus on that enough for me to notice, but it was an 80s movie, so of course they're not going to. Well, it's a movie set in the 80s, so they're not going to focus on that much. But
God, I want to say something so bad right now, but I can't. Anyway,
Why?
I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not.
God damn you.
Ziggy, what about you? I'll tell you afterwards. Ziggy, what about you? Did you like the splitting the parents and the kids away? And did the man, you've already talked about the marriage problems thing.
I think you have to. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I said I didn't like the stomping of the brakes when she decided now is the time I have to tell you all of this and get it all out right now and tell you everything all right that's bothering me and everything that's wrong and everything we've done wrong and why it's been wrong the whole time. Right. Okay.
And that gave the kids a chance to escape too.
The dog Starbuck, which by the way I'm not sure if that's the quarterback or the Battlestar Galactica character, and they went after the dog. They see the dog again. The dog actually saves him, but then no, not yet. The dog runs up and then a raptor comes after him, so he bolts. So then that's why they go out and go after him, and so that gets them out there going this way. The parents go this way, and then they realize they have to double back and get the kids now. So, but yeah, I liked it. I thought it worked. Although it's like it makes no fucking sense, really. I mean, and like Jesus Christ, they were a little nonchalant for certain death being at every turn,
Yeah.
But
all right.
I
The
want
big
to
reveal.
on what Faye said though, real quick. Like we've seen this a million times. This formula. Again, if you're gonna take a stab at it, you better fucking nail it.
Or do something new.
Yeah.
Again, I turned my brain off and had fun. Yeah, there's not much original here except for the whole, the high concept part of it, dinosaurs in suburbia, or, suburbia getting transported back to dinosaur times. But other than that, yeah, it's tropey as shit. I get it. It's cliche as shit. I get it. But maybe it's this one part of the movie, Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, that's what was intriguing, seeing her take a role like this, take on an action role like this, because it is an action role. And but dude, they worked in like slasher like fucking jump scares into this fucking bitch, man.
Well, and let's jump into this, Ziggy, while I'm with you. The Greg, when he got torn apart by the fucking dinosaur, how did that work for you? And was that a shock?
I kind of went, well, all right, there you go, man. See that this movie has it set its rules. Anybody is game with these dinosaurs. I think it's kind of reestablished just how crazy this was. Again, though, when he cranked him with that sledgehammer and it went down, I was like, why would you not follow up with the fucking hammer smash, poop, and pop him again? Because they had to embrace, oh, you okay?
Yeah.
Sure. But yeah, boy, that's all he needed to come back, I mean.
Yeah.
But what a shame. But yeah, it's horrible, man. He loses an aperture first, and then it's a 50% off sale. I ain't telling you which half goes.
What about you, FaZe? Did you appreciate Greg's death? Of course you did. You hate love, so you wanted him to die.
I know you're joking about the hate love thing, but
of course I am. I'm trying to dig. I'm trying to dig Greg, you every time.
You were right though. I hated Greg. I hated the love that these two had, and I hated Greg. So yeah, I fucking loved it when he died. I was like, oh nice. I was like, oh shit, this isn't ending with the happy sappy. Oh, they're kissing at the end. Fucking ending. Fuck yeah. Hang on to that for later. But anyway.
Eric, you're on fire tonight.
Tarek's always on fire. I love Tarek.
He says, Dino Land, always double tap.
Yeah, I see it.
God damn.
Go ahead, finish your thoughts, FaZe, and then I'm going to hit a couple of these comments.
I don't know if I had
Charles.
final thoughts. It was, just, yeah, I was glad he was dead, and I was like, fuck yeah, this film can finally start going in a different direction than, oh, I fucking actually love you, even though I shouldn't. But since we're in this apocalypse, you're it, I guess. So cool. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I hate that shit. So yes, I was glad he was dead.
But before that, like when they stopped to do the little picture, with the background that they had, and he made the goofy pose. She realizes she still loves him at that point. Okay.
Yeah, there's a scene. I didn't include it in the plot because it wasn't just. Yeah. It didn't necessarily matter, but it was a funny moment, so we could talk about it. But there's a scene where they're looking for the kids, and they come across two dinosaurs fucking against a house, and it's hysterical. Why have we never seen this in any other fucking dinosaur movie? Spielberg had a chance to show some fucking dino fucking and passed out on it. Why?
I think people would have accepted the dino fucking, to be honest.
Dino fucking. That's what I need more of that in my dinosaur movies. That's what I'm saying.
But important to the reestablishing of how they really felt about each other, because
it did.
It was important. To finishing right, that had to happen.
At least they didn't, he didn't. Never mind. There's a lot of ways to go there. Yeah. FaZe, what you think? Do you need more dino fucking in your dinosaur movies? No, of course not, because you hate dino love.
You know what FaZe?
I thought it was funny though. I mean,
love.
I feel like the way they approached it was funny. And I am actually surprised this is the first time we've seen something like that. They definitely pounced on that opportunity to make people laugh at that. And that was kind of original.
I thought that was hysterical, dude.
It was funny. So they didn't really stick with it for too long. The picture was kind of weird, and of course they used that in cheesy fucking ways. But whatever, man. Her falling. I'll just say this. I'm a little grossed out by the fact that at the beginning of the movie, she is trying to escape this marriage with every ounce of her being, and that her writing is keeping her from doing it. And now, suddenly, an hour into this film, she's in love with him again? That's gross to me, man. But that's
You'd be
just me.
surprised. You'd be
I know,
surprised how
but
many
that's
people
gross to
fall in
me.
love under pressure or something.
Well,
you
Love-
know?
the sacrifice.
Love
He
makes
came
do
back,
bad things, man. I'll
saved
tell
her.
you
He
what.
saved your life, though, too. You know, I mean, before
Oh,
that.
so that means he deserves to have her again, even though he's a horrible husband.
Well, is he?
I don't think he's a horrible husband. I think he's just in a bad situation.
Why does she want to escape the life, or is she just overwhelmed? I mean,
He was a career guy. He was always at
Maybe
work.
she's high maintenance.
He was always
oh,
at
for
work.
God's sake, Crank. For whatever reason, she wanted to escape this marriage. Because I guess you have a
Hey.
point. They didn't necessarily establish him as
Yes,
abusive.
he did.
She
He
just
was
wanted
at
to get out
work,
of
and
the
then he would
family
come
life.
home and just drink. He would go to work and come home and just drink. That's what they were doing. That's
Well,
why
then
she's sick of
he
it.
need to quit fucking drinking. Then I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
And it seemed like he had, but
Eddie
was
had,
sneaking a couple of snorts here and there. But
Okay. I didn't remember
I
all
don't
of that, but again, it just seems like if she wanted to get away, but now suddenly she doesn't. It seems like weird writing to me. But again, I'm the cynic when it comes to romance, so maybe maybe I'm just incorrect.
Faze,
and
have
I'm
you ever
fine
heard
with
the
that.
song from Alice in Chains, Love, Hate, Love? No, I'm just kidding. I'm doing that.
I would assume he has.
Crank, have you?
I'm sure I have. I just can't hear
Of course
it in
I
my head.
have.
It was a terrible joke. Have you ever written to relieve, to vent, to release stress or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Oh yeah. No, there are several stories in my catalog that will never be seen by anybody because they are kind of fantasy. Like, if I could do this, I would do that, but they're also writing exercises, But yeah, those will never be seen by any other eyes except for these shitty eyes in this head right here. It just
I
won't.
believe wholeheartedly in life, everybody needs that event. Everybody has a event, and it could come in many, many, many forms. But that, to me, writing would absolutely fall under that. For me, my drumming is my escape
Oh,
from that.
absolutely.
But I do
There you
believe
go.
writing is every bit as powerful and effective for that.
Absolutely,
people
because you
draw.
can you can literally just live out any fantasy you want and write it on the
See it.
page.
You can see it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, all right, let me hit a couple comments and we got to move on. Tarek says, "Dude got up on the roof and opened fire." Okay, leaning a little more '80s Detroit now.
Listen, we never said Detroit. It just says Michigan. It's Flowerville, but I wonder if that's anything to do with Fowlerville, because there is a Fowlerville.
I'm sure it's probably. I mean, obviously, it's a suburb of some
Yeah.
big city. So,
Yeah.
let's see. Where's the other one that I wanted to hit? Eileen says, "To be honest, if I was in that situation, I would be the nutty punk with a shotgun shooting up the dinosaurs." Yeah, I believe that.
I would hope that you would at least take cover in a, you know what I mean, a treehouse or something where they can't get your ass. You got to have your back covered.
Yeah. Corey wants to know where you got the jersey. Ziggy, love it. What is that? Show it off.
Yeah, my brother, dude, he went on Facebook and found this site on Facebook, and it has all this kind of.
That's pretty slick. I can't give you the.
Yeah.
I can't give you the full screen.
It's got like
Yeah,
a
we should
81 or something on the back, and it just had every kind of horror thing you could think of. I had the Evil Dead one on last week, but it's like a jersey. But I figured we were doing 80s, and this is kind of an 80s type thing you would see, so I wore it.
That works.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. But it's on Facebook.
Yep.
Just search horror jerseys. Shit, now that we talked about it, if your phone's anywhere near you, you're going to see it.
It's gonna show up in your feed anyway. So you're welcome. All right, Ariel said, "My son said he was stupid to think hitting him once would be enough to take him down."
Right, double tap, man. We said that.
Son's got a point right there.
Yep.
He's not wrong.
Oh.
And then, hold on, Paula said, shit. Can I get to that? Yeah. Paula says, dinosaurs need love too. Oh my God. Tarek says, when dinosaurs rimmed the earth.
Hold on.
Hit it.
Jeez.
Thank you.
I'll leave it
And,
at this. It's realistic for them to be fucking. It makes sense.
Yeah, they did. I mean, yeah, of course.
Corey says, FaZe, you need a hug and a kiss on the cheek.
I mean,
My
maybe
brother
not from you,
says
but
nerdy
okay.
wear. Corey, nerdy wear.
Oh, Nerdyware, is that the company?
Nerdy wear is the company.
There's some free press for you there, Nerdyware.
There you
You're
go. You
welcome.
fuck.
Yeah.
Buy
And
some
then,
space.
and then Tarek says, 2 T-Rexes throw fucking against the garage. FaZe, another love scene? This is getting ridiculous.
That probably would have annoyed me, actually. Like, one dinosaur fuck. A second dinosaur fuck scene would have been annoying. Like, we've seen this already. We don't need to see this again. But no, they did. They just did the one, so
God.
it's okay.
Oh, God, that's hysterical. Jesus
If
Christ.
they do a
All right.
sequel, I'm sure they'll do another. But
God, I hope so.
right,
'Cause
I
that was-
kinda-
It just fits. It's too funny, man.
I mean, I hope they
right.
do a sequel. It'd be kind of cool. See where this
All
goes.
right, FaZe, mark it. Act 3. All right. After Greg's death, Denise is obviously devastated, but she doesn't really have time to process it. She still has Audrey, Brian, and Jeanette depending on her, and the entire landscape around them is burning. They keep moving until they notice a strange glowing light coming from a house sitting on top of a hill. They've seen that light before. It's another wormhole. This may be their last chance to get home. The group arms themselves with whatever they can find and heads toward the house, which belongs to the library and Mrs. Valcourt. Getting through the house turns into another nightmare when they're cornered on the staircase by a group of other dinosaurs. Just when it looks like they're trapped, Mrs. Valcourt appears and shoots one of the creatures. Unfortunately, the others immediately attack and kill her. Then, the giant worm dinosaur creature that Brian encountered earlier comes back and goes after the children. This time, Denise isn't running from anything, and damn it, it skipped ahead. And she attacks it and repeatedly stabs the creature until it finally retreats. Denise, Audrey, Brian, and Jeanette make it onto the roof, where the wormhole is hovering close enough that they might be able to jump into it. Jeanette goes first and makes it through. Brian tries next, but the wormhole closes and he falls to the ground below, and dinosaurs immediately start swooping towards him. Then, and here comes my least favorite part of the movie, and the least believable part of the movie for me. Out of nowhere, Starbuck comes charging back into the movie and bites onto one of the dinosaur's legs, giving Brian enough time to survive. Denise and Audrey get Brian and Starbuck back onto the roof, and with more dinosaurs closing in, the remaining Platts finally make the jump. They crash into a swimming pool. They're back in 1982, but something is different. They haven't returned to the moment they disappeared. They arrived 20 minutes before Oak Street is transported through the wormhole. They reunite with Jeanette and realize they're standing on a hill overlooking the neighborhood. There's no way they can physically get back down to Oak Street in time to warn everyone. So, Denise finds a payphone and makes a call. A few minutes later, Greg pulls up to deliver a pizza. Greg has absolutely no idea what's happening when Denise, Audrey, and Brian suddenly run over and hug him. Then the family looks toward Oak Street. The bright flash appears, and from their safe position on the hill, they watch as the neighborhood is transported away and replaced by the prehistoric world. This time, Greg is standing beside them. The movie then jumps ahead 2 years. The military has contained the area where Oak Street once stood. Most of the dinosaurs have been captured or killed, and scientists are still trying to understand exactly what happened. We also learned that Denise finally accomplished what she had been trying to do at the beginning of the movie. She's now a published author. Her book is called The End of Oak Street, and it tells the story of what her family experienced. Her warning phone calls also changed the fate of several people. Mrs. Huddleston is alive. Mrs. Valcourt and her husband are still alive. Even Mel managed to survive this time. Jeanette has also been reunited with her parents. The Platts gather together for a barbecue with Jeanette's family. Greg is alive, Starbuck is back where he belongs, and Denise managed to get the career she wanted without having to lose her family to do it. Oak Street itself may be gone, but almost everyone who mattered got another chance. The end. All right, go ahead. Too clean of an ending? Phase?
For me, actually, yeah. I mean, goddamn, man, to go from all this tragedy, which I loved, to suddenly the husband's back, which that pissed me off. But then all these other people get to live too. It's like because she had 20 minutes to place phone calls, they all believed her and left town. Like that's awfully convenient. And she's now happy in this new life, and the camera was actually able to capture dinosaurs. That's actually kind of believable. We have a lot of equipment, but I mean, I don't know, man, just awfully convenient ending. Holy smokes.
Hey, Faze,
Yeah.
would it have helped if the report would have came on like the news again and said, she made several other calls, but not everybody took her seriously, and and unfortunately they're not here.
That would have made it feel a little bit more real, I mean, but the fact that everybody believed her, just I don't know about all that, man.
Like, I don't
Especially
know,
that neighbor that didn't love him. Come on now, he wasn't leaving his fucking house.
There was just something about her voice. I just,
Yeah, there was
That's
something
what
about
the
her
neighbor
voice.
said. That's
Yeah.
what the neighbor said.
Yeah.
I get that, but it's I don't know, man. If I could hear what she actually said,
yeah.
and let me hear how convincing she actually was.
Yeah, that
they-
made some pretty good scenes of him kind of going "fuck off," like at first,
Right,
and then,
and
yeah, I'm with you. You're right. That
But
might have helped.
I like the fact that they didn't show the phone calls, because as soon as she walked over to the phone booth, I was like, you knew what was happening.
well, they could have showed them
I didn't-
later after the big reveal or something.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know she was actually going to call the entire neighborhood, but I did know she was going to call Greg and call and order a pizza.
Right.
I knew that was happening.
Okay.
Ziggy, I want to ask you the same question. Was it too clean of an ending? And I also want to ask, come on now, be honest. Did Starbuck coming back work, or is that just...
Well, if you didn't see that coming, come on, folks. You're back to kindergarten. Back to square one. Back to square one if you didn't see that
It's
coming.
still way too cheesy. I'm on Crank's side here. He had no business surviving all that.
Didn't like
They
it?
killed all them cats just to let a dog live. Give me a break.
He's Starbucks.
I knew you'd be pissed off about the cats.
Oh, I was
I
like,
didn't mind it because,
face.
again, realistic. It was realistic. I mean, cats are better survivors than how they depict it, but they would not survive against dinosaurs. So it's fine. It's cool that there were actually cats in this film. We've been kind of cat-free for a while.
We saw at least one cat death, but I was like, well, that's a -1, anytime a cat was threatened,
Well, and we heard the
No.
other one.
Yeah.
No,
Now,
it's
I
fine.
will say this. I did know one kind of spoiler about this movie, because I had seen a quote from from Anne Hathaway, because I watch a lot of Anne Hathaway content. I did see a quote from her that said, "I think any movie where they kill the dog should automatically get an R rating. I don't care if you have excessive cursing in it, any other major violence in it. If the dog dies, R rating." And I was like, well, that means there's a dog in the end of Oak Street, and that means the dog is going to fucking live. So the dog is going to beat millions of years of evolution and dinosaurs and live.
Was it not rated R?
No,
And-
PG-13.
And that's the other
Wow.
thing, though. How, you know what I mean? Brian shows up delivering a pizza. Are we to
Greg.
think? Are there other versions of them there? That's what I went to instantly.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I mean? What are we going to do with
Yeah,
that?
I would assume
They're fucked.
I would assume their versions were left in the house that got
Yeah.
replaced or whatever.
Oh, so they're in the fucking zone, right? They went to the
It
dinosaur.
becomes a loop. Yeah, it's
Ooh,
it's a paradox.
about
In a sense.
that.
Yeah. Did you guys answer the? Oh, Ziggy, you didn't answer about the dog, did you?
No. What was
Okay.
it again? His face.
Was the dog coming back worth it? You just said
Oh,
you
yeah,
didn't see that coming.
Yeah. I just said if you didn't see it coming, but yeah, I mean, it whatever. You know what I mean?
That's a trope.
makes it the more. I thought that would be Spielberg, the dog running in for sure. That would be something.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hero.
Well, and it doesn't help. It doesn't help that the last couple of movies I've been to, they've had that fucking Brad Pitt movie where the dog is like an injured war veteran. The dog is, and the dog drags him out of the water when the plane crashes, and the dog climbs over the log that's suspended over trees, and then dives back into the water to save him again, and like. Okay, that's definitely a movie I'm not going to go see. And it's not. I love dogs, but the way the movies portray them, I'm sorry. 90% of the dogs in any movie would automatically get dispatched. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Especially in a horror movie. Especially in a horror movie. Now, okay, we talked about Greg coming back. Did bringing him back kind of make the ending and his death less powerful? Ziggy, I'll stick with you.
Once they made it back, I kind of figured this is what was happening. I just kind of was like, yeah, this is, it makes sense. And to have a big star like that, just to go out the way he went out, I was like, God damn, man, that's okay. I guess you had a few less days of shooting, my friend, but no, he was back again. And it, but again, he doesn't understand why they're so affectionate to him and stuff. And
yeah, he just thinks he's delivering a pizza to the house across the street, and they jump out of the phone booth or whatever.
This is still the miserable Brian. He hasn't experienced all that shit that brought him closer together.
Greg,
again. So, I mean, that is kind of a little bit of a plot hole.
Greg is his name. Brian's the kid.
Brian's the kid. Yeah, Greg. Obi-Wan, we'll call him.
No, that's not who he is. I almost kind of wish they would have left him dead, honestly, because that way Anne would have gotten everything she wanted. She would have published her book, and she would have gotten away from him.
Thank you. Yeah, fuck.
I'm with you on this, man.
That makes it a 9.
They totally should have left him dead. For the people who actually gave a shit about him, that took away anyone who actually cried for his character, which I'm not like dissing them or anything. That bringing him back completely ruins it for them too.
Well, and here's the point though I'm making. This screams studio notes.
Oh yeah,
this was not the original script. I bet the original script was Greg is fucking worm food for sure. And then the Warner Brothers was like, we've got Ewan McGregor attached to this? No, you're not killing him. And that's kind of a shitty ending for a PG-13 Warner Brothers major summer release. Maybe that's why it got pushed around so fucking much.
Reshoots.
I would love to find the original script or see an original ending to this, because I'm wondering if that's why all this bullshit went on.
This might be one.
Something there.
This might be one for to check out for the DVD commentary.
Yeah.
Paula says you're walking a fine line with your dog dissing.
I will say this one will rank pretty well in PG-13 horror films for me, man. I mean, I didn't even know that. I don't know what my actual ranking was for those, but this would probably make the top 10.
Ooh.
I don't know. I'd have to actually look at my
PG-13s. Okay.
Horror. I have to remember what all the other contenders are, but I don't. It's definitely this is a contender, man. This is a good one.
I
have
Despite my complaints,
Uh-huh.
I don't know what you're looking at.
Hold on. I'm looking at some of the comments here.
Okay.
Eileen says, "My dog won't even leave the house to get her toy, having me bloody get it while she sits on the sofa watching films, eating popcorn."
Diva. Yep.
Point exactly.
See, Crank's dissing dogs. My dog turned around and left. He was coming.
I'm not dissing the dog. I'm just saying, be more realistic. There's a screenwriting book that's out there that's a huge hit. It was I think it's basically one of the top screenwriting books that you can read now, and it's called Save the Cat. And I fucking...
Oh, I read that.
It pisses me off, dude. No, I'm not fucking... God damn it, Rick. It's not a dog-hating ass. I just want real shit. I want real shit.
Yeah, I'm with Crank, man. The dog coming back was just a little over, like that. Just that dog wouldn't have survived, man. Just you can't convince me of that. I'm sorry. I love dogs, but you just can't convince me of that. Like I get it, the boy and his dog. That's a relationship that can't be broken, and they really made that, the relationship, very, at the beginning of the movie, this kid is very outcast, and all he kind of has is this dog, so you're really rooting for him, but that's just not what would happen, man. It's not what would happen.
But the type of movie
sorry.
this is, it was already established by the time that dog comes back. You fucking knew he was coming back. Regardless
Coming
of
back, but it still irritated the shit out of me.
how hostile it is. Look, he squared up at first with that thing, and he was like, "Oh shit, I better go." So he was a smart dog.
And he could have gotten eaten. He could have gotten chewed in half just like Greg did. I would have been fine with that.
What would Indy say?
He could have saved Brian, but then lunch.
Did you just say what would Indy say?
What
Bark,
would Indy say?
bark.
Fuck
Whoa,
you,
whoa, whoa.
Ziggy. Fuck you, Ziggy. You know what? Most famous dog story of all time. What happens? Old Yeller.
Yep, Old Yeller. Everybody knows the end of Old Yeller. It's a classic, and
Unless
it's
you
actually
want-
beautiful.
You watch the end of or if the Family Guy version is quite funny, much funnier.
Which one? Didn't they do it a few times?
Oh, the Old Yeller. Well, they did the horse version of it, and the horse fucking pulls the
I'm
gun
not
and
remembering.
shoots the guy, and he's like, "Duck, duck, duck,
Oh
duck."
yeah, the horse shoots the guy.
Same kind of shit.
Yeah, and he jumps on him. It's like, yeah, come on, let's race, bitch.
Rick says, and Indy even sent Crank a care package, and he
That's
still
right.
hates him. I don't hate dogs. I don't hate Indy. Indy did not
Crank
deserve
actually
any
loves
fucking
dogs.
acting award. Indy did not deserve any acting fucking award. That's all I'm saying.
Old Yeller got
And the
one.
dog in the what?
Oh my god.
What?
I'm gonna back Crank up here for a minute. Crank loves animals. I took him to a cat cafe. He was he loved those cats, man, and he loves dogs too. He takes
Well,
care of
and-
the Ogletree's cat dog.
You know how it is. Animals can sense evil too, so they wouldn't go near him if he was a prick and like a shithead.
Oh, I
He
had a
hate-
cat
See,
show. I had a
exactly.
cat showing me his asshole the entire time I was in that fucking cat cafe.
Well, that's
That's
the
true,
other
that
way.
cat-
It's like, oh, this motherfucker, all he's gonna get is the starfish. That's it. Here you go, buddy. Take a look. Wait. I had some. Yep, we had some meow mix earlier. Hang on. Yep.
Oh, you're an ass.
It's the tuna blend.
Yep, there's a great picture of me and FaZe sitting there with me on my laptop, FaZe on his laptop, and the cat ass
actually
like
is.
just right in my face. So.
I love
Made you
that though.
trust you.
That was a great time. But Crank loves animals, is what I'm getting
Yeah,
at.
yeah.
I love animals.
My dog's like
He
him.
doesn't love them being unrealistically depicted in movies and winning awards when all they did was follow the instructions of the person who should be getting a reward is the person who
Follow-
trained the dog that well.
Yeah, follow the person with the meat stick in their fingers. Like, oh,
Right,
come over
you know,
here.
like-
Look at this while we film you. Oh, come over here and look at this while we film you. That's all it was. It's not acting.
I'm totally with Crank on that one. Like, love dogs.
Why are we talking
but-
about goddamn this old movie? We gotta fucking talk about
That's
the
true.
end of Oak
We're-
Street.
We need to wrap this up here. Holy shit! I didn't realize what time it was. Holy
All
smokes.
right, market phase. We're moving to the next topic.
Yep.
Casting and acting. We'll just kind of summarize it. Let's focus on Anne Hathaway for a little while, though.
Oh, of course. No, I
Great.
mean the
Get
star
away.
power was great. I mean, they both did a
No,
good
we-
job.
We can just stick with the main couple, Denise and Greg, and then I thought everybody did good, man. The kids were great. The adults were great. Supporting cast was fine too. There wasn't really anything. I'm shocked that Anne and Ewan took this though. You know, like that was probably half
I
of
think
that $80 million budget, though. Honestly,
I think
Oh,
they
yeah.
probably came across the desk and their agent was like, "You're not going to fucking believe this, but you're going to get XXX millions to come and do this dinosaur fucking movie." You know
They're like, sign us up.
what? I'm serious. Hey, who
Wait.
they got? You know,
20 million apiece? Sign me up.
yeah,
Yeah, fuck it, man.
it had to be that. It had to be.
Any complaints about any of the acting? Gang? Ziggy?
Honestly, oh, okay.
Oh,
No, man. I was immersed into this movie, just the whole story wise and everything. It took me in like a Spielberg movie, dude. So credit to that and everything in the casting. They nailed the casting. I think they got everybody right. Everybody fit. Everybody fit just right in what this was. Even Starbuck the dog.
Good lord.
God damn it, stop. All right, FaZe, what about you? Anything to add on the acting?
I mean, I would just say I'm liking this trend of non-recognizable child actors. It's not just the same kids from Stranger Things in every fucking movie. Like, we're actually seeing new faces, and they're doing a good job. Like, these kids killed it in this fucking movie. I didn't
Yeah.
recognize any of them, at least. I don't know if you guys did.
Not really, no.
So it's nice seeing fresh faces and talented ones at that.
Yeah.
Maisie Stella and Christian Convery are the two, are Audrey and Brian.
Won't be shocked or surprised to see them moving on and doing other things in movies at all.
Right.
I think they'll do more, yeah.
Yep.
All right. FaZe, Market, moving on to writing and direction. And I'm going to start with you as soon as you write down that time
What's it?
stamp.
Okay.
So,
What worked? Act 1 was fucking spectacular. I loved the mystery aspect. I loved this whole fucking premise. I was so into it. I was so hooked. Like I said, when that first plant hit the ground, let's go, dude. I think it really had me on the edge of my seat wondering what was happening next. What didn't work? Oh, the dinosaurs totally worked too. I thought they looked good for, CGI was pretty on point. What didn't work? The fucking romance. FaZe hates this cheesy, senseless romance. I don't think this really needed it. I think this film could have benefited from focusing more on the sci-fi and the horror than on the romance, but then we would have had a totally different movie, and I don't know. It feels like a pointless remark to be making when that's not the film this is clearly supposed to be. So I'll just say I didn't like the romance and leave it at that.
all right. How about you, Ziggy, writing and direction?
I said it just a couple minutes ago, man. This move they brought me in, and if you can do that, I know you're good. It's well paced for the most part, and yeah, they keep you just a little bit. You're a shadow and a foot and a footprint away from seeing what the hell's going on, and then you're right there with them, and it's really really done well. So yeah, he goes on the list of guys or directors I want to see do other stuff.
Well,
Keep coming.
And especially the fact that this is so different than It Follows.
Yeah.
And what I assume is going to be very different from They Follow, which is coming out, I think, next year. So, maybe I need to go back and watch more of his stuff, because I'm sure he's got more films than just those three.
There's usually a couple of independents out there
There are,
that you
but
can watch.
I never heard of them.
Yeah. So, that may be something I try to do in the weeks to come or whatever before They Follow comes out.
Well, like I said, if this had its studio hands in, hey, we got to spend this fucking money. Guess what? You're getting it all, and get here. You can get these actors. It's going to cost you this. They spent $96 million to make this thing.
80, 85, somewhere in there is what I saw.
Right, and they didn't even get half of that back.
They got 47.
Oh, it's up to 47.
They got half, yeah. Well, with international.
38
So.
worldwide going into Sunday. I was like, whoa, boy, that's not good.
Spending
Hold on,
that
let me
much, they should have pressed this harder.
let me go back up to top of my notes, because that's where I got. Yeah, 47 worldwide.
Ouch.
21 domestic and 26 international, which is crazy. But they've still got a couple of weeks to make some of that back. They might, if it runs, well, it's in IMAX, so it's going to run for 3 weeks at least. So,
And
if it stays in IMAX, that might make them some of their money back.
there's sequel potential all over this, obviously.
Oh
and
yeah.
if these wormholes, because I would have had a little more fun, like throwing shit through the wormholes. Although it was funny when the kid jumped and missed and just crashed to the ground. That was funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was bullshit too, man, because the timing was clear. Like the wormhole was staying, then going, staying, and going. It fucking teased it, man. It went away sooner than it was. That wormhole fucked him. I would have been pissed.
My friend leaned over and she was just like, "Yeah, that's what you get," you know.
That's fucked.
Should have jumped when you were supposed to, you dumb kid.
But I mean,
He was hesitating a little.
they can get a little deeper with the wormholes if they do this again in another one, a little more.
I think so too.
Aside
And,
from the kid just wanting to be a rocket scientist by chance and,
and they can explain why it's happening,
right.
you know.
I'm
Like I
worried
said,
that any
in the-
explanation would just be a little disappointing.
fair enough. Like I said, I didn't really like the writing of this, but the direction saved it because the writing is, like FaZe mentioned earlier, and I mentioned at the top of the show, cliche, full of tropes, not really, besides, like I said, the high concept portion of the story idea, not really anything original in this. But the direction of it, I think, kind of saved it. And I'm glad this guy can do more than just a moody, horror film like It Follows, and he can actually do something like this, a pure action sci-fi kind of, basic or starter horror flick. So I thought it was okay, even though it's not the best. All right. Let's move to. Do we want to even talk about? Is this horror? Let's just cover that real quick. Ziggy, is it?
Sure.
Mark it. By the way, FaZe.
Oh, okay. We don't usually
Yes,
do that. But
it's horror because you got these dinosaurs. You know what I mean? There's never been a more aggressive. Like every species is. Look at that. Let's go eat them. Every one of them, and it's ferocious and vicious, and they stop at nothing. It'd be horrible to be in that situation. So yes, it's horror.
FaZe, what about you? Is this horror?
yeah, I would say so. I mean, that was definitely a horrifying. Yeah, yes, it's horror.
All right. Well, because I was gonna give you guys the option of leaving this, ineligible for our end of the year list or not.
Nah,
But-
let's keep it, man.
All right.
It's a monster movie. I mean, it's dinosaurs, historical monsters, but monsters nonetheless.
All right. Fair enough. Gotta scroll down here.
What worked and what didn't?
Nah, we'll skip that one for this time. You kind of did that earlier
Yeah.
anyway in one of
That's
your
true.
parts.
I think we've all done that.
Yeah, we've all kind of done that. Favorite moment? FaZe, we'll go with you.
All right, let me just get that timestamp real quick.
Yep,
Honestly,
mark it.
like I said, the moment that really hooked me was when they were looking at that plant in that backyard, and it's like that ain't nothing. David went to the library and was looking that shit up, and she was like, the librarian was like, that looks kind of like something, and there's like
2
book
million
about
years.
prehistoric plants, that hasn't existed in like a million years or something, But
Yeah.
2.
so I love that. So I would say, I guess if I had to pick a moment, probably just the moment they show you that tree. I guess just that really stuck out to me. I fucking love that.
All right.
That mystery.
Ziggy.
I'll take the hammer, baby. I love that. That was hilarious, And then again, I would have been like, Thor, God of Thunder.
Here I come to save the day.
He would have had no teeth left before he woke up, dude. But if I had that fucking hammer, okay?
Damn.
That's all I'm saying. And his subsequent death, of course, was very good too. So that whole little section right there, taking it all.
Well, I'm gonna flip my favorite moment just a little bit, and I'm gonna make Colonel very happy. I'm going to say what my favorite dinosaur out of this movie was because, dude, that eel, that white, grayish eel looking thing was creepy as shit and was probably the most realistic looking one of all of these motherfuckers, dude.
Rick,
And
what
his
was that? Rick, you said you named it earlier. It looked like some kind of you said a king, some kind of snake, some kind of hog snake or something.
his reveal also coming out of that pool the first time, and he doesn't necessarily do anything. He's just kind of there in the background. But then he like starts the next scene that we see him in like 40 minutes later or whatever, and he's just slowly gaining on the family. It was just every scene that fucking eel was in was perfect.
Rick
I
says
thought.
Rick says a Titan boa.
Okay.
I love the eel.
That was heavy, man. It looked pretty good. And like I said, when that girl was stabbing the shit out of it, now I would have got a little saucier
Bloodier.
with that. Yes, of course, for me.
PG-13.
Yes,
PG-13.
That's true. Yeah.
but that's just me.
But
Not
yeah,
bad, though.
Colonel, that's my favorite dinosaur for the moment, at least from this movie.
I thought the T-Rex was fucking like Jesus Christ, man. That was a pretty aggressive version of that too, you know.
Yeah. All right.
Fuck
There we
those
go.
raptors. Those fucking raptors too. Fuck them and the pterodactyls. They were all fucking dicks, man. Everything.
Phase, market. We're moving on to final thoughts and ranking. And folks, go ahead and on a scale of 0 to 10, go ahead and rank the end of Oak Street. Give us your score in the comments, and we'll throw those out here in just a few moments. And yeah, so Ziggy, take it away. You start.
I'll start it. You know, mark what BD Mags just said too, so we can go to that after. That's a good question. Yeah, going into this, I'll be honest. I as Faze know, we went and saw this, and I kind of had a sour look on my face because we were supposed to have, an interview set up for, around today, maybe next week too, but ended up didn't be happening. I'm just right there, but yeah. But it didn't happen, so I was already kind of bummed with that. But here we went with this movie, and it ended up being pretty damn good. A movie that can suck me in like that, where you're in there and it feels like you're walking around them dinosaurs, and you would not want to be in this movie, in this particular one, I think. So, I didn't like that scene, but they brought it back. They made her writer at the end. Everything was fixed good. And just some threads left open for a sequel. But damn, this is the perfect summer popcorn movie again, man. It's right there. 8. I'm giving it an 8.
Holy shit. Wow. All right. Phase.
Cool. And I will say real quick, I did ask the Colonel, since he wanted to come on the show, but he couldn't. He had some other business to attend to, but I asked him for a score, and he actually said an 8 as well.
He's on assignment. He did? He gave it an 8?
He gave it an 8.
Wow.
So I'm very curious as to his actual thoughts. Like he clearly loved this film.
He must have loved the 80s stuff.
Yeah, the dinosaurs clearly looked good to him because he's the biggest bitch about CGI. So I mean, and I thought they looked pretty good. So I guess he feels the same way. But anyway, my final thoughts and ranking. Like I said, in Act 1, this was a 9.5 going on to a 10 if it just kept going in that direction. But unfortunately, a little too romantic for Phase.
And then there was a love story. Ooh.
Phase,
Well, then
listen.
there was a
I don't believe in love.
there was a love story that I didn't really like so much. I guess I didn't like these two. I like love stories when the relationship actually makes fucking sense and they're not just being forced together in this apocalyptic setting. See, now they're making me say words that are hard. Anyway, but no, I mean, but see, I would be a lot more okay with it if they kept the dude dead. But I do agree with Crank. I think there were some rewrites, and they forced it back in because they paid 20 grand for the fucking actor. So you're gonna put him in
20
the ending?
mil.
I'm
20
sorry,
mil.
20 mil. That's a big difference. Fucking 3 more zeros of a difference.
Yeah.
Fucking. Oh man, but I am intrigued by a sequel. I have a feeling they won't be as good because I feel like any explanation as to what's actually happening here would only be disappointing. It would probably just be a little too much. Just whatever they come with, I'm sure it'd just be kind of dumb.
I see
At
a
least
Greg
that's-
sandwich in the future if they do a sequel, man. Dang.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. It just lost my train of thought there a little bit. That said, I am keeping the extra point for a cat. I'm gonna give this a 6.
Ooh.
I feel like that's kind of
God damn.
like I love the start so much. The romance brought it down for me. I'm not like a big dinosaur guy either, but I thought that was cool. But it just it just didn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm going a little low with that. I mean, I'm curious to see where you going with this, Crank.
Dude, you completely just devastated Colonel.
I don't know about that, but
I don't know about that either. Look, like I said, man, this was another one of those movies where I was able to turn my brain off and have a good time. And I did. The writing's not great, but the acting and the directing make up for it. Anne Hathaway.
too for Crank.
That's right. And fucking A, man, thank God that somebody finally showed off dino fucking. That's an impressive feat. I'm happy they did it, and I hope more movies follow suit. Or at least if this sequel, gets a sequel, I'm down for Dino Orgy or whatever going on in the
God.
Palisades.
Huh. I'm starting to wonder if that wasn't part of the deal all along.
The dino fucking?
No. Multiple films.
Jesus, I thought the same thing too, because the timing of your question. Like, wait, what?
Sorry, man.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel to this. I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind if this spawned like some kind of series, if you will, or new IP.
It didn't really make the money though. They
worth-
spent too much
Matt-
damn money on this, man.
It's early. It's early. Let's see what
It
happens.
is early, but I still think they spent too much. Like, holy smokes.
Well, it costs a lot to make a bunch of dinosaurs, and it costs a lot to get Anne Hathaway
And Hathaway,
Ewan
I know
McGregor.
that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe the money should have just stayed with the dinos because they still looked good, but then you would have made your money back for sure with the cheaper set of actors.
But see, this is my point. If they had stuck to the original ending, they'd only have to pay one actor to come
is
back
true.
for the fucking sequel.
That is a very
They'd
good
have
point.
$20 million in their pocket to start the next movie.
Shit, you're not wrong, man.
God damn it! Why can't we make a fucking movie? All right. Anyway, like I said, I had a good time with this, man. It was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. And, I mean, I love my movies that are crank as fuck and make me, like, dive in and get deep into the story and the lore and the emotions and everything. I love those movies, too. But, man, with everything that's going on lately, I needed 2 weeks in a row of just zone out and watch dinosaurs run through a Detroit suburb. I'm going to give this a 7.5.
There you go. Damn, I'm the one being the
Yeah.
low baller here.
Yeah. FaZe, you will never, ever read my rom-com that I wrote years ago. You just will never, ever do it. No, because you'll tear it apart. Be
It's probably good.
Fuck this, fucking gas station attendant falling in love with a guy in a rock band. Fuck off.
Oh, for God's sake. It's probably good. I mean, You're a good writer, so I mean, I don't know.
Nope, you're never gonna read it. I'll share it with anybody else who wants to read it, but no, you'll never read it. No, fuck you,
Well,
fuck you,
fine.
because you hate love.
Well,
Love.
goddamn.
Exciting.
Here's our
and
average, though. I think that's 7.375. That's not bad.
Almost a 7.5.
Yeah. All right, god damn it, you guys, what are you doing here? BD says, didn't see the movie, therefore 6.5.
Cool, thanks.
That doesn't help, but where's the other one? And Grizzly jumped on the train. Didn't see this movie, so middle of the road with a 5. But Anne Hathaway boosted to a 19.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow! Yeah, thank you.
See, I don't have this, again, throbbing, ragey boner that you have for Anne Hathaway and all these other female actors, so that doesn't up my score.
Thank you. Have you seen Anne Hathaway?
Yes, of course. I'm just not a horny man like y'all are. I could watch a movie and not be distracted by the attractiveness of any of the people on screen.
Including Anne Hathaway.
Jesus Christ, you guys.
All right. Tarek says, sounds like everyone aided this one. Harsh.
Dick.
Yeah. And he also says that's the shittiest pun I've told all night. All right, and a real score. Rick from the Whole Damn Enchilada Pod gives it an 8 for sure. Crank, you better not give this a lower score than Ice Cream Man. Well, I didn't.
He
So
did
there.
He did not.
Because you know why? Because it was a slightly better movie than Ice Cream Man by about 1.5 stars.
At least.
Yeah,
Yeah, the comments kind
There
of
we
blew
go.
up.
Paula says from 9 to 6. You need to listen to more Cher or something so you can believe in love, Faze.
Paula's other comment just fucking murdered me too. Jesus Christ.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
You have not.
Yep. And then
Tarek says, I see a full sequence of dino fucking. I better hear David Attenborough explain it.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lord. Rick says, it ends is crank as fuck. All right. I'll go check it out. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, there we go. Paula says,
Yep.
she has a boner for Anne Hathaway.
See, congratulations. You can have your boner for Anne Hathaway. That's great. I'm proud for you. I'm happy for you. Why does this keep happening?
Every time anybody mentions Anne Hathaway.
Oh, a boner. I thought it was every time I said the word boner or something he was doing.
Well,
it.
no, that's the sound my boner makes whenever I see
Right. Jesus.
Anne Hathaway.
Okay, we gotta calm him down, man. Ain't nobody's dick can handle this much, man. We gotta cool down this podcast because this is.
I may be old, but I can still handle it.
Well, shit, then man.
Yeah, that's about the only thing I can do.
God
she is
damn.
cute.
All right, what are we doing, man?
Tarek says if there was ever a moment to bring back hanging up on Faze, this is it.
Holy shit.
Well,
I
It
can't
would
do
take
it.
too many buttons.
now that you mention it,
That shit was funny, man. Uh-oh.
Oh.
There he- you can still hear him.
boom. Now, what fuck? Boom.
You could probably add himself back to the screen, too.
I think he can too. So. Oh Jesus.
Boom.
Yeah, I think that's about all the comments that I could get
I
to
could
right
move
now.
myself on top of you, Crank, but I don't want to mess with that.
BD
have to
asked
fix
earlier
that.
if the effects were better in Jurassic Park.
Oh
or-
yeah, I did save that. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Or this.
There we go. Yep. Dinosaur effects better than Jurassic. Man, Jurassic's good. And especially for being like, what was that, 93? Those were mind-bending fucking graphics for those dinosaurs.
I think these dinosaurs are better than most of the later Jurassic Parks, but there was something about that first one, eh?
Well, I mean, shit, we had never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
Ever. You know? So that's what made Jurassic Park special, and it's hard to pull that aside. You know what I mean?
I just never saw dinosaurs terrifying like this, and it's almost like they're all shook up from the time shift too, and it makes them even crazier.
Well, and I did like how some of them were hairier or had hair at all.
That's
Feathers,
you know?
which they're kind of
historically
scientists
accurate,
have said is what they would more realistically look like, other than the more reptilian look that they had in the movie, which, you know, back then they didn't really have that research. I think they were just kind of going off the bones. But now, and that's what I really liked about the CGI in this movie, is how they kind of made them look a little more how scientists are saying they probably would have looked.
I mean,
Little
you
more
go back
hair.
and watch. I actually just watched a little bit of Jurassic Park because I had to test my new soundbar and get my surround sound set up.
It's good.
And so I watched a couple of. Oh, of course. I watched a couple of scenes from Jurassic Park because that's a good testing ground. And dude, even now, 30-something years later, those graphics still look fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
That's what I said. And that, like, I went to that last one though we watched and we reviewed it. I was kind of going, "What the fuck happened?" You know, I guess the budget would be cut on that department. You know.
yeah. Well, and those effects, although they've gotten better, we've been saying this for years that the CGI has actually seems to be getting worse
Depends, you know.
on some, especially horror projects. And that may be because they're using cheaper models or, you know, cheaper teams. I don't know, but
So the capability for wonderful CGI is there. It's just a matter of how much budget you're willing to put in, what team you hire, how good the artists are. There are a lot of factors that play into it.
how much time you've got.
That's a big one too. How much time you're putting into it. Yeah.
Right.
I found these mostly passable though, man. They look pretty good.
Oh, these were great, dude.
They were
These
excellent.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this: were these the best creatures that we've seen overall in a while?
In CGI form, yeah, I don't think you can deny it, man, because it again, somehow he brings you right in there, man, and you're standing on that grass and shit, dude, and it's fucked up.
What about the last couple of Alien movies, like Romulus and what was that Predator movie that came out not too long ago?
Yeah,
That was kind of practical
Prey,
effects.
and then
Not Prey, but the one after that.
Yeah. Alien, yeah, that one kind of, they did some good stuff in that one, man. That was.
But then they also had the guy with the head came back and it didn't look right.
I guess they fixed it now since. I haven't seen that version yet, so.
Oh, they fixed it on the
before
Blu-ray
they
release or something?
Yeah, before they you know, it was a big thing on. There's an article all about it you can read.
Does it look like Han Solo's head fucking moving sideways?
That was Fatty Alvarez, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. So yeah, he was very aware of that. Didn't want to release it that way. They were out of time. I had to let it go.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, I would say these are some of the better creatures we've seen in a while. I can't think of anything right off the top of my head that would top it. So
This year,
yeah, for this year or just recently, even.
the creature in the what was the swimming pool? Night swim?
Night Swim?
Yeah, Inside Out Grimace.
Oh God.
Yeah, the Inside Out Cookie Monster is what you called him.
Inside Out Cookie Monster. That's it. Yep.
Fucking.
No, I'm
nuts,
just
man.
kidding. Fuck that. You know, this is good. This is good stuff.
All right.
Yeah, this if
All
AI,
right.
do you think this was generative AI or was this created?
No, this was a team, I would assume.
No, there was no. Well, if there was, they did a really fucking good job of hiding it. I'll tell them that.
Yeah, there was too much to it that were just
So, no, I really don't think so. I
it
mean,
was
there's-
legit. It's fucking legit, man. But I'm gonna look now because I am gonna be like, fuck. What if it was? Then what, man? Now we got an argument, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, FaZe, what are we doing next week?
Folks, next week, let me get this going here. We are reviewing Insidious and what was the Out of the
Oh.
Farther by writer-director Jacob Chase.
All right.
So-
Interesting.
I don't remember
Yay. Yay.
any of the
Do
other
I-
Insidiouses, or if there's only just one.
Now see, I saw
So
the
yeah,
play.
I'm kind of going in this unsure. I don't know how to feel about this.
I saw the one and done play, the Red Door, on stage. In
Yeah.
Detroit. And then it
Oh.
was so the ratings and the critics panned it so horribly that it.
Well, and the audience wasn't there either, right?
I mean, I got my tickets for free, but I mean,
Right.
it was kind of full. It was like 3/4 full, but I mean, it was bad. The trailers, the couch thing looks cool. The fort, she goes into the fort. That's cool. You know, it was creepy. I'm sure it's going to be jump scare driven. Yeah, you know, I don't know. My pre-score over under 6.
Wow.
I'm already. I'm not a fan of many of these. The first one's okay that I remember, but after that, they drop heavy in quality. So, Lynn Shay's in this though, so that's something. But she's sticking around.
Is this a sequel, a remake? Do you know what?
It's a sequel.
Okay.
She can go and she can bring the demons.
She can bring the
back.
demons out.
Yeah, instead of them possessing, she can actually bring them out.
Yeah. So, we'll see.
I don't know. The demons look a little trippy. Some of them look cool. There's a couple of scenes where the thing's crawling, but again, she goes after a kid into a fort, and it's just miles of couch fort, and then
Yeah.
things start popping out, and you've seen the trailer. So, if we go,
All
this
right, gang.
way,
Give it to him, FaZe and Ziggy.
Only an hour and 46. All right. Uh-oh. This isn't working for me.
It's the final girls and guys. C-Phase, the Muffinator, Tyrone, Crazy Ralph, Spells Fancy Creations, Dr. Smiley, Grizzly and Paula, Luke, Morgan Crip, Joshua, Raymond, Alan, Twisted Twinning, and the whole damn enchilada.
And our camp counselors, Adam, Christy, Lou, S. Michael, Jimmy and Rachel, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Angie, Chuck Schick, Dave, Carl, Patricia, Kristen, JJ, and Nanook.
The graphic just started for me.
Round of applause.
Folks, we'll go clapping. Folks, if you want to become a member, head on over to deathcursesociety.com. Head on over to the membership tab right at the top there. Pick a tier that works for you, anywhere from $3 a month to $200 a year. We got you, man. Thank you. God damn it, thank you.
Yes, a gratuitous rock star thank you to you.
Well, and Joseph just showed up. He was a little late getting in here tonight, but he says he can't wait for Insidious. Thankful I didn't see the stage thing.
Nice.
I got a shirt at least. That's how I remember it happened.
Yeah, I was gonna drive over to Arkansas to see it, but
Yeah, we had these guys.
Wow.
Well, see, it was Don Coscarelli's kid was on the promotions team for this whole
Right.
thing, and he got me into the opening night in Detroit, opening night of the whole tour,
yeah,
and we watched it. I didn't hate it. I thought it was a little silly, but there was moments. And then, yeah, it went no further. So no Crank, no Colonel, no Phase. Nobody got to see it when their stops were canceled the next day.
yeah.
Yep.
That sucks, though. But whatever. All right, gang. Thanks all for watching. We're running a little bit over time, not by too much, but we also had our
Yeah.
technical difficulties, so it's been a weird night. But tune in next week for Insidious Out of the Further. FaZe, send them out.
Folks, we love you as always. You know, not looking super forward to fixing the studio, but you know, it'll be all right. We'll get this going for you guys next week a little better. And yeah, Insidious, only an hour and 40 something. I just looked it up, so not so bad.
146.
Yeah. So thank God, not over 2 hours long. That beats my 150 limit. FaZe is happy. So folks, we'll see you next week. Love you. God damn it, love you. Ziggy.
Indeed. This ended up being fun, but it was worth it. It was a good movie. You should probably see it in a theater, I think. And shit, man. We should get down next week with Insidious. I think that's... I'm not expecting much. Like I said, a 6 would be my top score. I don't think we're going to smash that at all. I think I'm more probably a 4, and realistic. But some jump scares, we'll see. They can impress me with some gore and get me over the top. Go ahead, Crank.
Here's the question. Will Insidious Out of the Further be better than Ice Cream Man? Any predictions?
I'll probably like it better, but that's just me. Will it be better objectively? I mean, I don't know, man, because these Insidious have apparently been really bad, so I'm not hopeful.
Is it going to have that lack of a story, you think? Huh. Okay, we'll see.
I'm going to take the under.
You're taking the under? I'll take the
I'm
over.
taking the under.
Okay.
You just said 4.
I know, but 4 to 6. So my high is a 6, my low is the 4. So like 5 is the thing, but that whole range. But if you're going to take the low, I got to take the high, or it's not a bet, Now FaZe gets the odds. FaZe gets the odds, right? He's with you. He gets the fucking double down.
Barring, opinions aside, I'll take the low because when this is a bet, it's more objective.
We'll see.
I don't remember what I gave Ice Cream Man though. Did I give it like a 7 or
I
something?
thought you gave it like a.
No,
you
it was
guys
low.
gave it 6s, I think.
Yeah, 6 or something. Yeah.
Were you a 6? Oh, okay.
I'm trying to remember.
Right.
I know Crank was a 6.
I was a 6.
Maybe I was 5.5.
Maybe.
Anyways, join us, won't you? It should be a blast.
Yeah.
I can't wait. This at least wish it was a better
We'll
movie.
see.
This is again another one where I had X'd off for a possible interview and just can't get this thing locked down with everybody. And I want everybody for this one, God damn it! So we're gonna save it until we got everybody, and then you'll get it live. So it's coming.
Yep.
I just don't know fucking when. But we'll see you next week for Insidious.
Yep. Insidious in theaters on Friday. Go check it out. And then join us next Monday for our review and bring your thoughts, of course, as always. And for the Colonel, don't get sick. Wash your dick. We'll see you next week. Woo!
And Hathaway!
Collecting lighter's image, focused to rip the skin. Remembering those muddy creeks, illusions to swim in. Found strength to cross an ocean, reflected the last light. Looking for a hidden truth, only to find a fight.